Guys, it's Miss Ashley. Today we're going to make chicken noodle soup. This is always a family favorite and it's good for everyone. It helps you stay hydrated and it helps you feel better, and sometimes it's just nice to just take the time and do that. And now that we're home right now, we have a little bit of time. So I'm going to show you. Now, there are some things that you have to do. So the first thing you're going to look at over here is that I have some chicken broth. And chicken broth, this is actually one of my favorite things. Some people call it stock, some people call it bone broth, but bone broth, basically I boiled a bunch of chicken bones for many hours. I put them in my Instant Pot, but you could do it on the stove, and then I strained it out to make sure I didn't have bone pieces inside of it. And I think it's like magic because it makes me taste good. I think it tastes good, and I think it has a lot of nutritional properties, but my favorite thing about it is that it's like you're taking things that you would normally throw away, like chicken bones, and you turn them into something marvelous. So something that is tasting good and makes you feel good. So this is what I do. Now this is on a medium heat. We're going to have it there for a bit. Now you've caught me at tea time. We're having some tea. Lovely tea. Always makes you feel good. Been wanting to post for a little bit, but I personally wasn't feeling good last week, so I took some time off. Whoop, gotta watch out for splashies. So I'm adding in my carrots. This is 4 carrots, like very carroty. Okay, and below it, I'm just gonna dump it all in. Below it, whoa! Below it, we got the celery. I used 3 large celeries. Now this is roughly 8 cups of broth. So now if you don't have chicken bones, don't be afraid, don't be upset. For every 1 cup of water that you're going to use to make chicken broth, you can actually use bouillon cubes. So you could take 1 cup of water, 1 bouillon cube. So, and what's nice is that when you've got a nice big pot like this of soup, it's going to last you a long time. So that's why you do need to have a significant amount. All right. Now, I add half of my onions at this time. I like some of it to be flavor, and I like some of it to kind of go into the flavor of the broth. So this is half an onion, and when it's cut up small like that, we call that dicing. So it means that we cut it into a line first, and then we cut it up into many smaller pieces. Sorry about the camera. Now that's just my personal preference. I don't like when all the onions are mush-mash. You know, I would like them to be a little bit, some of them to have a little bit of crunch to them. So I add some now, and I add some maybe about 10 minutes or so while cooking. And then we're going to want to add some of our seasonings. You know, you're always going to want to use salt and pepper. For me, I like to keep it not as seasoned until the end, because some of it, you know, this can go on for many hours. So this is Herbe de Provence. Not everyone has this though, but it is made up of all things that we all do have. So what's in Herbes de Provence? You've got thyme, you've got marjoram, you've got rosemary, you've got basil, sage, and lavender. Just a small bit. So, and a lot of those things I'm sure most people have in their kitchens already. So, and this just to add some flavor. Now, I don't want the chicken to cook too fast, so I have the chicken still is in the thawing process, and that's something we're going to do. Now from this point on, it should be finished within the hour. I'm going to give you 2 of my biggest secrets when it comes to making soup. Soup is one of my most favorite things. Number 1, you can cook your noodles on the side. Why would you want to do that? Well, again, it comes down to texture. Could you cook your noodles inside your broth? Totally. You absolutely could do that. but could you also, I'm gonna give that a twirl. Could you also, though, cook it on the side and then it won't be as mushy when you have some the next day? Yes, that is also something you could do. So it comes down to your preference. I like my noodles to have the texture of a noodle rather than for it to be, you know, all mushy after like a day. So the other thing is that I like to add a lot of garlic. Garlic's very good for you and it tastes good. Whoop. I should have grabbed my garlic ahead of time. It was in my fruit basket. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to peel garlic, a lot of garlic, in a very quick way. Okay? This is fantastic. Could you use garlic powder? Yes, 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 you can. If you have fresh garlic, can you use that too? Yes, 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 yes. If you really like pepper, can you add that? Sure. You know, this is your soup. So you get to make it how you like it. And that's what's important to know. So, what we're doing right here is we're taking our garlic and we're separating them. That's thing number one. And you see, I didn't peel them all the way. Some of them are just naturally coming out of their peels. Well, I like a lot of garlic. It's good for you. Some people, they don't like so much garlic, and that's fine. Okay, so why am I putting in a Rubbermaid? Am I saving it for later? No! I'm going to peel them very fast, okay? Shake, 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 shake. You just shake, 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 shake. We're not using that spoon again. I hope you guys have been staying well. I hope that you have been keeping yourself entertained. Did anyone put hearts in their window? I did. I thought that was nice. It was a fun project and also shows support in the community. Okay. Sometimes you have to do this a couple times. Now when you open it up, it's going to smell very garlicky. Oh, and looky here. Even the ones that are still in their skin, they're coming out easy peasy, so you don't have to work so hard to peel them. Just, it loosens them up. I learned that when I was at this restaurant up north in Lockport. And Marguerite, who runs, I think it's called Sinfully Vegan. It's a vegan cafe, and they make everything right there in front of you. And she just said, do you want to learn how I peel a lot of garlic? And I said, yes, please, because I just normally peel it. Now, if I could do this one-handed, you know that it's almost off. I'm not that great at doing it all one-handed. So that's my secret. So now we're just going to let this soup, we're going to let it boil a bit, and then when you only have about 15 minutes left of the hour, then you can go ahead and make your noodles. So other ways I like to top it, I like to add a lot of fresh herbs. So I personally am growing some thyme. I am also growing, what is that called? Dill. Dill! And then my third secret for you. If you add about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, then at the end of your soup, it's going to give it this really nice, fresh flavor. And that's how I make soup. If you have questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to answer them. I have been making soup for oh so long, and it's something I enjoy, and I'm happy to help you. All right? I miss you guys, and I hope that we can see each other soon again. But thank you for tuning in. Bye now. Bye.